Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Forgotten Farm. My name is Jeff, as always, and we're at a stage now where I never thought we'd actually get to this season. Our New Holland TX34, TX32, beg your pardon, is actually ready to harvest. We've done a lot of work on it, servicing it up over the last couple of days, and it is, well, it looks like it's as ready will ever be. So I've just been checking the lights, everything is looking good. And we're going to get out of here. It's a bit of a drive. It's going to take us a while just to rumble on down to our yard, or to our field. But we can't do anything about that. So we're just going to jump in. And yeah, turn the lights back off. Put some road lights on so people can see me coming. And away we go, really. We're going to take the drive down. We're not carting the grain with tractor and trailer today because it's awful long drive and it's only me, so I got a local haulier to drop off a big semi-trailer, a big Arctic dump trailer, and we're gonna fill that up on the field side. So all in all, hopefully we can get it all into there. We don't have to change the trailer out too often, but it's going to be the best and most efficient way of doing things, I would say. So we're going to rumble on down. Oh, watch those trees probably scratching all the paint off the side of the combine there. And then we'll get it all set up there. It's not the biggest field in the world, but then we haven't got the biggest combine ever, so it should take us a good few hours to rattle through it anyway. And be interesting to see how we get on. But more than anything else, just looking forward to actually getting this combine in the ground and actually seeing how it works, get it threshing and see what it can do. As you can see, we've got a lot of crops around here starting to turn, get ready to go there, so we'll be... Once we get this field of oats done, we've got quite a few fields of beans up here. And then we need to get those root crops done, and yeah. Once we get the straw, we can start to look more intensely into the cattle. I'll be confident then that we'll be able to make everything work. So that'll be a real satisfying moment and change of events here at the Forgotten Farm. It'd be really nice to be able to bring those in there and actually get us to a point where we can start to receive some livestock onto the farm. That'll be major. But yeah, for now we're just going to swing right. Bear in mind this combine hasn't really moved a great distance in many years. It's cracking along nicely. Again, not the quickest, but then we don't really expect it to be too quick, so we'll that's fine as long as it gets there in one piece. There's nothing on the road right now that's going to cause any disruption, so... and this road we're about to go on is, albeit very windy and very hilly, it's very quiet, which is always nice. But we're going to head around the corner there. This road takes a little bit of a journey, so we'll head over to the field and we'll come back to you when we get there, I should think. Welcome back, folks. We have eventually almost nearly made it. It's a long old drive, let me tell you, to get down here. We're just going to swing to the right, and that's our field over there, you can just see. There's nothing coming. Lovely stuff. Yeah, we're nearly here. This they didn't used to build New Holland combines for speed, let me tell you. But here we're there now anyway, so it's not too bad. Like I say, it's nice and dry here today. Drove down this morning to check this out, check the crop out there, see what it's looking like, and it's actually almost a bit too dry. It's about 14%. Ideally, I like it around 14, 15, but 14% is what it is, so we'll take it. And it means that when this gets taken away to the grain store, they won't have to look into doing any drying or tickle it through the dryer at all. It just goes straight into the store, which is going to be fantastic news. Still some silage bales down here that need to be stacked up. The grass is starting to grow around them again as well, so have to get onto that one sooner rather than later, because we will be coming down here to make some hay. And I found a mower to buy as well, actually, so we'll be picking that one up in a couple of days, all being well. And there is the semi-trailer. The bulk has already been dropped off, which is great to see. And now, what I think I'm going to do, assuming it's not too ambitious, is try and reverse this in. So what I want to do is reverse in that trailer. look-see. Well, that'll nearly do. If I take a little bit further back, I can get onto there. Alright then, perfect. There's our bulker there. Could maybe have got that header trolley a little bit further off the road, but that'll be fine. We're just gonna... Alright, so I do believe we are ready to go. Before we do though, there are an awful lot of weeds in these oats here. We've tried spraying them off there and it just didn't kill them off as we'd like them to really. So unfortunately we have very little option but to, other than to try and crack on with it really and see what we can do. The crop itself looks okay if you take out the weeds, but we'll have to wait and see really. I'm not quite sure. That being said, like I said, it's not the biggest field in the world there, but we'll get a crack on with it now anyway, and then we'll see how it all looks once it's in the trailer. Likely we're going to get hit and docked a little bit because of the cleanliness of the seeds, but or the lack of. But hey, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it looks nice and dry at least. There's a fair scene of dust coming off there, which is always good. Let's that reel up a little bit. So, to put it into perspective, I don't think this machine has worked properly in about 10 years, because it was certainly not used by my granddad before. For the last few years he was using the farm, so it's been a while. It took a little bit of servicing up there. There's quite a few belts we had to change around. And there's a few bearings that are, well, suspect at the very best, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with those if we have to look into replacing those at any given time. Could well be an issue we'd have to think about. But as long as if it gets me through this harvest, then we can kind of readjust it and take stock from there, I would say. The straw actually looks quite clean, considering that we've got so many weeds in here. Okay. I'm gonna spin around here, and off we go again. It's nice to get back in with the harvest actually. It's a lot of familiar sights and sounds to harvest, and that I absolutely love. And it really brings home the whole uniqueness and the special kind of memories you have from this time of year. So it's always nice to be actually able to get onto it. It's even better the fact that it's our harvest and it'll all be going towards our stock. And yeah, looking forward to getting reaping the rewards from this harvest and putting it back into the farm to build and extend. We are looking at some point to try and find a little bit more land. I'd love to be able to build this out, get a little bit more land there. But primary, well, the first kind of requirement for us to continue to build will be a new shed. So that's going to be one of the next things we're looking into. A little bit of a lighter end in that corner there, but it's very stony in there. I don't know what's going on, but we've left the... Had to leave a little block in the corner. We're going to have to check that out when we next come around. But so I don't want to do any damage to the cutter reel on the or the cutter bar or the reel on the header here. So we've left that for now until I get a better look into it. We'll just finish off getting ourselves around this first headland. Empty out the grain tank, see what it looks like, see what the sample looks like that we can get in the bulker trailer, and then we'll keep cracking on to get as much of this done as possible. Can't get on top of the weeds here though at the moment. It's very frustrating. Alright then, so we got load number 1 in here. And let's just see if we can have a quick climb up. Oh, there we go. Oh lord, there's not much in there at all, is there? One thing I would say is it's looking pretty clean, which is always good news. The sample is not a lot of any kind of weeds in there, or any trash or flowers or anything like that really. Which is good news, means the sieves are working properly on the combine and we can really get cracking. Yield wise, I think we can expect this is going to be pretty poor, but we need to harvest it nonetheless, so we'll continue doing exactly that. We're going to make another couple of passes here, and we'll come back to you later on. We made a bit more of a footing on this harvest, and we'll see how it's all come together. Welcome back, folks. We have got our headlands done and we're just starting into the thick of the rows, really. That was a terrible turn. We're near where I wanted to be. We're likely going to just go up and down one more time and then we'll go and empty this out, I think. But yeah, quite a bit of straw coming off here so far, which is always nice to see. Hopefully going to find that continues as we get into the thicks of the middle bit. Grain wise, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, make a call on that once we get it all done, but the yield is in places quite spotty. It seems to be quite thin in some places. The weeds in here have killed this crop as far as I'm concerned. Problem being that we just couldn't get a hold of it established. When this was established kind of last year, we weren't here to kind of control its growth. So by the time we were in, the weeds had just overruled it, and I did spray it off to try and kill those off there about a month ago, but it just hasn't done a great deal in our favour. That being said, our input costs are quite low on this because of that. We haven't put much on here, so the fact it is where it is, maybe, we're maybe quite lucky after all. We'll see though. What we're going to do is get this all hopefully done today. We'll bring the baler down tomorrow and try and get this all baled up, and then we'll have to get the tractor and trailer down and get everything carted back to the yard. But so lots to do, that's for sure, and hopefully it's all worthwhile. And, we'll be getting this is oats now, so we'll be getting this put into wheat as soon as we can, and then we'll get those beans harvested back home. That's going to go into barley, as will the root crops we have up there as well. So we'll get this all rattled out. There's lots of firsts to keep working on and get pushing through, and we'll see how it's all looking. But for now, we're going to keep rumbling along here, and then I am going to get to the end. I'm just going to go and take this load in. Based on what we've put into the trailer so far of 2 loads, that trailer is going to hold everything without any problem, I would imagine. So we'll keep it going until it's full. Ultimately, let's just knock that off. Spin around here. It's a huge trailer. It's really quite beneficial for us. But let's get it filled up one more time. We'll keep it loaded at the front here. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of tankfuls to fill this up. But that's why we got it, because we didn't need to worry about it, really. We're going to leave it here, though, for now. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Simulation Before the Nation if you want to see more of the Forgotten Farm and myself, Jeff. Until next time, though, I hope you have enjoyed. We'll be here rattling through the rest of this field for the rest of the day. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.